Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Our group will present about lactose intolerant. Let's move to our members. My name is Muhammad Wajidi Haziq bin Rahifi. For the second members is Adam Iskandar bin Muhammad Roslan. And the third members is Muhammad Aula bin Farhan Husni. Let's move to our background for our case study. A nutritionist observed that some people can drink milk without issues, while others experience bloating, gas, and diarrhea. The student investigated the biological basis of lactose intolerance and how it varies among populations. This is our introduction for this case study. Lactose is a type of carbohydrate, specifically a disaccharide commonly known as the sugar found in milk. It is made up of two smaller sugar molecules. For the first one, a glucose and galactose. For our body to absorb lactose, it must be first be broken down during digestions. Normally, this process begins in the small intestine where lactose is split into simple sugars that that can enter the bloodstream and be used for our daily life, daily energy. Okay, what enzyme that can break down the lactose and where is it produced? For the second question is from lactose is broke down into what? The enzyme that responsible for breaking down lactose is called lactase. Lactase is produced by specialized cells located in the lining of the small intestine, particularly in the brush border of the intestinal wall. When lactase levels are sufficient, individuals can digest dairy products without any problems. As we can see, lactose and the error on the error have a enzyme lactase, and the product is glucose and galactose.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about what happens in the body of someone who is lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant individuals cannot produce enough lactase. This will cause a bloating and it will make our stomach look bigger because there are a lot of air in it. Then, lactose cannot be properly broken down and absorbed. This will cause a diarrhea which will affect our digestive system. Next, lactose travels to the large intestine where it fermented by gut bacteria, which will cause an abdominal cramps. This is due to the fact that there will be a pathogen inside our large intestine where it will hurt our abdomen. Next, why do some adults keep the ability to digest lactose while the others lose it? Most humans naturally produce high levels of lactase during infancy because milk is the main food source. However, in many people, lactase production decreases after childhood, making it harder to digest lactose as an adult. So, during our childhood, there are a lot of lactase, but when we get older, there will be less of it. But some adults, however, retain high lactase levels for life. This ability is called lactase persistence. It is the result of genetic variations that allow the lactase gene to stay active throughout adulthood. So, in conclusion, the lactase stay from our childhood to our adulthood. Okay, talk about genetics, right? Genetics and evolution. Why different populations have different tolerance levels. The differences in lactose tolerance among populations can be explained by human evolution and, of course, adaptation. In areas where dairy farming became an important part of life, such as Europe, parts of the Middle East, and some African regions, people who could digest lactose had a survival advantages over those who don't. For example, a farmer who have a lot of cow, they will tend to use the milk of the cow to become their daily life diets. They could rely on milk as a rich source of nutrition, especially during food shortages. For example, during a pandemic, a flood, or even a hurricane where disaster came, they will get a food source that is sustainable, which is a milk. Over generations, natural selection caused lactase persistence to become common in those populations. Meanwhile, populations in East Asia, Southeast Asia, and indigenous communities with little historical dairy consumption often have higher lactose intolerance rates. This is due to the fact that they drink less milk than those in Europe and parts of the Middle East, which milk become their daily life foods they can take every day. This shows a strong connection between diet, environment, culture, and human genetics. That's all for me.
Hi, I am Muhammad Aula bin Farosni. Now I will continue with a dietary alternative for a lactose intolerant individual. There are many alternatives for someone that have lactose intolerant to consume. One of them is yogurt, plant-based milk, or even a kefir. For yogurt, it is easier to digest because some bacteria break down some lactose during fermentation. Next is plant-based milk. Milk like soy, almond, or even oat have no lactose. So someone that have lactose intolerant is safe for someone that have lactose intolerant to consume. Next is kefir. The leaf bacteria and yeast in kefir grain consume most of the lactose during fermentation. It's same with a yogurt, but this is like an alternative for a yogurt if someone don't like a yogurt, because this is like a milk without a texture. Next is how biotechnology can help to solve this problem. Modern biotechnology has made life much easier for people with lactose intolerance. One major innovation is the production of lactose-free milk, which is made by adding purified lactase enzyme to milk. This enzyme breaks down lactose into glucose and galactose before consumption, allowing lactose intolerant individuals to drink milk without digestive problem. So other technologies include lactase tablet that can make people can take the tablet before consume dairy product. Next is genetically engineered organism, which is microorganism can help to produce large quantity of lactase. This is basically like the lactase tablet, but this is in term of microorganism. The last one is improved dairy processing technique, can make more dairy product contain less lactase. So basically, the summary of what biotechnology can do is like whether increasing the production of lactase for someone, or decrease the amount of lactose in food, so that we can help that someone that have lactose intolerant to digest the lactose inside them. And for conclusion, lactose is the natural cereal milk that require the enzyme lactase for digestion. People who are lactose intolerant lack sufficient lactase, leading to digestive discomfort. Whether someone can digest lactose in adulthood is strongly influenced by genetic and human evolution. Thankfully, with a dietary alternative and modern biotechnology, individuals with lactose intolerance can still enjoy nutritious food safely. I think it's all from us. Thank you very much.